me? Please take it away.
Yes, I can hear you, Paul. So thank you so much for the intro and welcoming our visitors. I also want to welcome all our distributors to this presentation. This is really an exciting time for us. I know the last 2 years has been a challenge, but I think for every challenge, there's a greater benefit. So in the next 25 minutes, I want to share with you a business idea that has really transformed my life, has really transformed the life of my family, because my wife said yes to the business more than 25 years ago. If you permit me, I want to share the screen with you. So this business is a very simple business idea, but the fact that it is simple doesn't mean it is easy. It's a business idea that can really transform your life if you pay attention to how the business is built. As Paula said, my name is Pascal Oloo. I live in Pretoria, South Africa, born in Kenya and moved from Kenya in 1992, went to Lesotho for 3 years, then came to South Africa in 1995. And the reason we came to South Africa is very simple. We wanted a better life. As a mission of Neolife says, we want to make the world a healthier and a happier place. But that always starts with you, because if the rest of the world is healthy and happy and you're not, it makes very little difference to you. So that's my wife and I. That picture was taken about 8-9 years ago. We started the business for 3 reasons: to make money, and to make money. Because although many people say that money is not very important, but I think money ranks somewhere with oxygen. Everything that you do in life, almost everything you do, involves money. If you're watching this presentation from Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania, Nigeria, US, wherever you are, you spent money either to buy data, or you have a Wi-Fi line, or whatever it is, you had to spend some money in order to join this meeting. The food you ate today, you spent money to buy. So money is a very, very important ingredient in our lives. And it's important to learn how to make money. Betty and I started this business to make an extra $200 a month. And the reason we made that decision is because I remember when I was growing up, my father used to say, son, go to school, get a good education, because that advice was true many years ago, that with education, you'll get a better life. But at the moment, that advice is not complete, because there are very many young people, there are very many people who have a good education. Some of them don't even have jobs. So education is not everything. Although it opens doors, but it's not everything that helps you to become successful. So we started the business with an idea to make $200. I remember our first check in the business was $3. But that excited me because it showed that the business works the way we were taught in the meeting. So we kept building the business. After 7 months, our income reached $1,000 a month. That's when I decided to really pay attention to this business. So we kept building it. After 3 years, the income from the business was 3 times my salary, and I fired my boss. So if you're a guest, we want to welcome you. We want to tell you to do 2 things. Open your ears and your mind. Take notes, ask questions after this. And 2, when the presentation is finished, come to a decision. Make a decision on where you want to go with the business. Now, before I explain what this business is, there are 4 major ways that people use to generate income. One is called a job. That is when you work for somebody, and at the end of 30 days, the employer pays you a salary. I don't think at the moment there's anybody who can truly say they have a secure job. Job security has become a myth. Because of technology, because of the changes that is going on around the world, it's not easy to say that people have a secure job. The other challenge with a job is that the money you earn is only limited to what your employer is willing to pay. And because of a lot of internal politics, job security has become very difficult. The second thing is self-employment. Self-employment is the second way that people use to earn an income. Self-employment is when you get some money, capital, either life savings or you've been saving money for a long time. You put it aside, start a business, buy equipment, you start providing a product or a service to the public. But you see, if you're self-employed, it means that if you are not there physically, there's no money coming in unless you employ somebody else whom you trust to run your business on your behalf. But that requires that the person has learned what you do. Number two, you trust them. For example, if you want to take leave, if you want to attend to family needs, if you want to take time off, it is very difficult if you're self-employed. I remember meeting a friend of mine sometime last year who was running a restaurant, and he had run the restaurant for 6 months, and he was complaining, you know, when I was leaving my job to start a restaurant business, I thought that I would become independent, but I've just realized I've been trapped. Because if I'm not there, I'm not sure the restaurant will run the way I want it to run. The third way that people use to generate income is called big business. Those are people who invest huge capital. They have lots of employees, and with lots of employees, you also have a lot of labor problems or issues. So big business is available to a few people who have extraordinary amount of capital. But for the ordinary person in the streets, it's a big challenge. The fourth way to generate income is investments. Investment simply means that you have extra cash over and above what you need for your daily living to invest in something that gives you a return on your investment. But two things are also required. You need knowledge and skill in investment, okay? So it means that you need to be earning more than your expenses are, so that you can put some money aside and put it in a vehicle or in a business or in something that gives you a return on the investment. Is there an ideal business? Is there a criteria that you can use to check that this is an ideal business for building wealth? I think if you're going to look for a criteria, it has the following elements. Number one, you need very low capital to start this business. Our business, you need between $60 and $100 to start a global business, because you already have infrastructure built for you. The second element is you need to get involved in distribution of goods and services. Why? Because this is what people need. When you distribute or provide a product or a service to the public and you distribute it to many people, that's where you generate a good amount of wealth. The third element is you need to have a global reach. A global reach simply means you reach as many people as you can. I think our company, all the countries that Neolife is doing business, we have access to a population base of about 800 to 900 million people who these products can reach in 50 different countries. In Africa, we do business in 12 countries around the African continent, covering a population of about 450 million people. The other element of an ideal business is leverage. In fact, leverage is one of the secrets of success equations that very wealthy people need. Leverage means when you find a way to multiply your time, your effort, and the money you use to generate income. Examples: the reason why banks open branches is so that they can leverage their efforts and services. The reason why restaurants open branches is because they can service more customers. The reason why retail shops open stores all over the place is so that they can leverage their services to very many people. Leverage is a very powerful tool for generating wealth, because if you depend only on your time and effort to earn an income, you will be wiped out, because each of us has 24 hours a day. 8 of those hours you sleep, 8 of those hours you work, you spend some time traveling, you spend some time with your family, you spend some time eating. So if you only depend on your time and effort to generate income, you limit the amount of money you can earn. Leverage is when you get to cooperate with other people to increase your income earning ability. The fifth element is consumable products. You need consumable products because they have a repeat sale. That means that it's a product, if you buy today, you use it when it is finished, you buy some more at the end of the month. An example is soap or skincare products or health supplements. These are things you buy every single month as long as you live. And every one of us is going to use soap until the day you die. That makes good business sense. The sixth element is you need a business system. What is that? A business system is a series of tools, procedures, and equipment you use to build your business so that you as the owner of the business doesn't have to be at the premise where the business is run. If you look at the most successful companies, all of them have business systems. And you'll find that the owners are rarely in the place where the business is done because they have built systems to work for them even in their absence. And the last element is timing. Timing is very critical in building wealth, because if you start a service or a product that you way too ahead of its time, or it's lagging behind its time, it will not gain traction. Those are the elements that give you an ideal business. And all these elements suit our business. But what is this business that we've been talking about? This business is called network marketing. Network marketing is a system of distribution of goods and services that has the following elements. Number one, we cut out the middleman between the manufacturer and the consumer. Number two, we don't have advertising. Advertising is done by word of mouth through distributors like myself who advertise the products by word of mouth. And when customers buy these products, the company compensates us for doing that work for them. That is what we mean by cutting out the middleman. We don't have wholesalers or retailers. The products are explained to customers directly by distributors. We are paid for successfully referring customers to buy the products. In this business, although you're starting your own business, but you're not in the business by yourself, because you have infrastructure which is supporting your business. Neolife has already built infrastructure in all these 50 countries around the globe. Your job is simply to build a market where these products are sold. What are the qualifications required for this business? None except three things. One, you need to have a desire for success. Number two, you need to be teachable. Number three, you need to work hard. If you have these three things going for you, your business will grow. And when did this business start? This company was started in 1958 by Mr. Jerry Brasfield. When he was a teenager, he had very serious asthma, and his mother gave him natural remedies to make his life better. And when his health is improved, he decided to pay attention to health supplements to make our lives better. That's how this company was born. And why has Neolife lasted all these years since 1958? In fact, this year, we are celebrating 64 years in business. We've reached this level because Neolife, we believe in the following corporate principles. First is absolute honesty and integrity. We believe that it's important to tell our distributors, our customers, and the public the truth about our products and the business model. Number two is people are number one. The most important resource we have in our business is people. If we don't have people, we don't have anything. Number three, products that work. Neolife spends a lot of money to make high quality products because we know that if our products work, we will continue to have customers. The fourth element, or the fourth corporate principle we believe in, is equal opportunity for everybody. That means that if you're a man or a woman, if you're young or old, if you're a student or a worker, a housewife or a teacher, anybody, everybody starts from the same level in the business. And then you have long-range vision as the last corporate element. Long-range vision simply means you need to have a long-term view of the business. There are some people in the business who've been in this company for 46 years because they look ahead to what the business can do. There are some families where the business is in the third generation. Longevity is a very important element of success in life because it creates stability. Neolife started in the USA in 1958. South Africa, it came in 1971. In Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania, it came 96 and 97. And if you're a guest, this business has come to your office, to your home today. Now, why do people start this business? People start this business for very many different reasons. Some start the business because they want a better life for their children. Some start the business because they want to build dream homes. Some start the business because they want to buy fancy cars. Some start the business because they want to build or buy holiday homes or go for holiday in different destinations around the world. Some start the business because they want to make extra money. I think making money is an important element in our lives because money affects everything else in our lives. It's not the most important thing, but it affects everything else that is important in our lives. Our health, our family issues, our relationships, the food, clothes we wear, everything in our lives is affected by money. Some people join the business because they want to be physically fit or healthy. So when you start this business, you're partnering with a company that is more than 60 years old, works in 50 countries, it's got a scientific board whose job is just to research and develop top quality products. And we have 4 ranges of products. Which products are these? The first one is called the Golden Home Care products. That is products you use for cleaning your bathroom, your kitchen, your toilet, your tiles. Everything in your home that requires cleaning, we have the products for you. The next element is the personal care range of products. Personal care range of products are things like hair shampoos, hair conditioners, hand and body lotions, and all that. The third element is a skincare or nutrients organics. Skincare is very important in our business because one of the first defenses for your inner body is your skin. In fact, if you look at somebody's skin, it will give you an idea on whether the person is healthy or not. The last range of products is a health supplement. These are products for improving our health, and this makes roughly 60% of our total sales. And the reason for that is everybody knows that when your life is finished or when your health is finished, your mission in life is finished. Okay? Now, how does the business work? The business works when you do what we call the 3 daily success habits. What are these? The first one is we use the products. What we recommend is you simply change your buying habits. I mean, if you're a guest, at the end of this month, you're going to buy soap from somebody. You're going to buy skincare products. You're going to buy something to use in your home. So what we tell you is this: change your buying habits and start buying products in your own business. Okay? And 2 reasons why you do that. 1, you're supporting your own business. Number 2, you want to recommend products to people that you yourself believe in and you have used and you can share your experience. The next thing we do is, now because this company is registered in so many different countries, the company has decided to standardize to measure the size of business by using what we call the PV system, or the point value system. 100 PV is roughly $160 in value in terms of business volume, okay? It's got different measurements in different countries, but we use a PV system to measure the size of business. The second thing we do in our business is we share the business opportunity. That means we introduce other people to join the business with us as users of the products first. If those people also use 100 PV, you've got 700 PV generated in your business, and you become a manager, and your income is about $45 a month. After that, the next thing you do is you teach the people you brought into the business to do also what you do, okay? Supposing the person on the top right corner, you help them to introduce 2 people, who introduce 2 people each, you'll have built a unit of 700 PV, plus the other 6 give you 1,300 PV, and your income is about $90 a month. You become a senior manager. But that is just the beginning. The idea is to train or teach everybody to do what you do. Eventually, all those 6 people will generate 700 PV. 700 is just for explanation purposes. Some people will do more, some people will do less. If you have 6 people doing 700, that's 4,200, plus your own is 4,300. You become a director, your income is between $580 and $700 a month. The other thing is, not everybody is going to join your business as distributors or promoters of the products. And because they're not registered, they cannot buy the products from the company. They have to buy products from you, and you make a profit of 20% from your customers. The third thing we do in our business is personal development. That means you take time to build yourself to be a leader through your support system that has been developed, training, support, personal development, attending seminars, reading books, listening to CDs, attending conferences, so that you can learn more about the business, learn more about the products, and you learn how to become a leader in the business, okay? But some people are not satisfied with just $700. If you want to generate more income in our business, you need to help the people in your team or in your group become directors like yourself. If you have one more person become director and your business is doing more than 10,000 PV a month, you become what is called a Sapphire director, and your income is about $1,000 a month. If you help 3 people become directors, your income is about $2,000. If you help 6 people become directors, your income goes to about $5,000 a month. So your income depends on how large a team you build of successful directors. I think I'm going to hand over back to Paul to invite our guest who is lighting the fire in East Africa.
Wow, thank you so much, Pascal, for that session that you have taken us through. I'm sure the guests who are on the call today, you have been able to get 1 or 2 things from that session. But as Pascal said, if you will not be able to understand everything today, so at the end of the meeting, you'll be able to sit down with the person who invited you here, and they'll be able to give you a lot of information in terms of how the business works. Right now, it's my honor and privilege to be able to bring in our guest speaker, a gentleman who, just as Pascal has said, who is building a very big business in East Africa. He's truly an amazing leader. And I've been able to watch him, together with his partner, build the business to where it is now. And they are the best people to be able to share their story today. I don't want to tell their story or take a lot of time. I just want to invite our leader, Josphat Kariuki, to be able to share with us. Josphat, can you hear me?
Yes, Paul, I can hear you. Hope you can hear me and can see me.
Yes, we can see you and we hear you very well. Take it away.
Thank you so much. May I take this opportunity first to appreciate what Pascal has done. That is something that if you take it serious, it's going to change your life for good. My name, for the sake of those perhaps who are seeing me for the very first time, my name is Kariuki Josphat, married to one Pieros Cherotich. And between us, we are blessed with 4 young children. And before this opportunity, Pieros was a high school teacher teaching physics and maths. And myself, I was a full-time lecturer in the university teaching computer science. So it has been now 12 years from when we were shown this opportunity. And I count it as a big blessing because someone just visited us in our house and very casually, not as systematically as Pascal has explained, very casually told us that we can change our lives. Now, Pieros was more interested with the healthy bit, not because she was sick, but because I had done a disservice to her. When I married her, she's imported from somewhere far from where I come from. So I had to really feed her so that the parents would be comfortable that their daughter is not starving. So I really fed her and she kept expanding, growing horizontally. And she reached at a point where she was quite big. And when you are very big-bodied. At times, you are a candidate of diseases. So she bought the idea because of health. But for me, I didn't join the business because of health. The challenge I had is what I call cancer of the pocket, you know, where you are being paid, but you don't know where the money is going. I remember that time as a full-time lecturer in the university, I used to do about 6-7 jobs because I wanted to make as much money as possible. And you know where I come from, we are not allergic to money. So when this opportunity came, I didn't ask why I should join. Instead, I asked, why not? I hear people saying when the deal sounds too good, think twice. But I think that's a saying for the poor. The rich are grabbing the opportunities left, right, center. So I had to join because I didn't like the life that I was living. I'm one person who worked so hard using the traditional saying that when you pursue education very well, you get good jobs, and then the jobs will give you some good money. But after working that hard, getting degree after the other, I realized that the income that I was earning got finished before the month could get finished. I don't know how you survive when the money is finished and you still have a lot of the month remaining unfinished. That thing was so stressful to me, and I was wondering, is this really what I worked hard for? Some of the things that were hurting me most were the obvious ones. Paying rent. Every single month you are paying rent, and that money has gone, you will never get it back. I thought a scholar like myself, I should be collecting rent, not paying rent. The other thing that was so hurting was that I was using matatus, you know, public means, to go to my workplace and doing that together with my students. And you know, it is not very comfortable for a lecturer and getting into the same matatu with the students. And you know, the ways conductors can really embarrass you, especially like for me, I'm tall. You may not notice that because I'm seated, such that you cannot sit with the legs straight. You have to take a diagonal dimension. And therefore you are occupying your seat and the seat of the next person. And this conductor is loudly shouting, hey man, you'll have to pay for 2 seats. And the next to me is my student. So that was really embarrassing. It was more embarrassing to carry my children on, you know, the head and shoulders to church. I was feeling, no, this is not the life that I wanted. And so when the opportunity came, I was so ready. You don't know how sweet it is when an opportunity finds a ready mind. I was so ready that I didn't join because I understood. I joined to understand. In any case, I said, if there is money, let me be figuring out how to make the money. And I also saw some people who are already very successful. So why not me? So to cut the long story short, we started in 2010 this opportunity. And we started like any other person. Those steps that Pascal has shown you, we walked through those steps one by one. I remember when we joined, we were so excited. We bought some products and did some business. And by the end of the month, we got our first bonus. And it was only 2,000 Kenya shillings. That would be, you know, $20 US. I was so excited because I had discovered, wow, it is true what they are saying, that the company pays. But now the irony was, while I was so excited about that, my colleague lecturers were laughing at me. Josphat, why are you so happy because of $20? They couldn't comprehend. And for me, I said, I will continue doing it. Did you know when you start something that will change your life, that is when people come from all sorts of places to discourage you. They told me that's not really a real company, an international company paying you $20 US. But then I decided to push on. The second month, I brought some people. If you are lucky to understand that the business is about bringing in people, then you keep it that simple. Don't complicate it. You know, for us as scholars, we are trained to look at things from more angles and perspectives. You analyze things before you take them. You analyze until you paralyze, you know. So that's why many guys who are highly learned, they never start this business. But for me, God helped me to keep it simple. I was used to complicated things. You know, the things that you teach in the university, and you appear like you have swallowed a computer. And here they are saying there is nothing difficult. It's just VNN, there's product, bringing people. So I kept it that busy. And as I started building a network, I saw my bonus rise from that $20 US to $50 US, you know. And within 7 months of being in this business, we started discovering the huge power in it. We were what Pascal has called wound team, sapphire directors. Two things happened. Number one, because the income we were making from our Neolife business was 3 times what my wife was being paid by the TSC. She started calling it Teacher Suffering Center, but it should be Teachers Service Commission. And then in addition to that, number 2, we were taken to one of the top most hotels in our country, Kenya, Windsor Gofford Country Club. I'm telling you, for the days we were at Windsor, things really changed in our minds, that after that, my wife could not be contained in a classroom. She resigned there and then. And I want to thank God for this opportunity, because now she was able to have time with our children. You know, it's so sad that some of us who have families, we work so hard that we leave our homes, our families, because we are busy looking for money. And let me tell you, one of the greatest regrets one is likely to make is at the deathbed, you have achieved everything, but you neglected your family, you didn't have time for them. So I don't take it for granted that this opportunity enabled us to have that kind of time freedom. So my wife resigned, but I continued working this business on part-time. Do I have colleagues who are very busy in this call, and you wonder how you can be able to do anything else? Let me tell you, when something is important, you find time. I found time for this business. I would work so hard daytime in the university and other things that I was doing, but then in the evening and when I was free, that is when I was doing the business. Remember, there were not these Zoom meetings and other social platforms to build the business with ease, such that in 1 year's time from when we said yes to the opportunity, I was earning more in the business than the university was paying me. You should have seen me now getting into the university. The working style changed, and I started smiling bigger. I didn't have to wait for the university salary for me to survive. That was the very first time that I imported my very first car. 1 year of being in this business. Is it worth? You build this business, of course, with some challenges here and there, telling people to come, and then they are very skeptical. And that will never change, by the way. The problem is not them, it is you, if you give in to what they are, the discouragements they are giving you. But is it worth to build a business? And in only 1 year's time, you shift from route 11, I call it route 11, walking like, animals. And now you are driving yourself? Yes, it is. Your self-esteem goes higher. 2 years of being in the business, we stopped paying rent here in Nairobi. We bought a place and we built our own home. What a feeling that you are no longer embarrassed by someone knocking your door that you have not paid rent. You know, that thing is not really fun. Somebody just the other day told me, I'm wondering why I'm not feeling the effects of January. I'm just eating everything I want. But, I've just realized I forgot to pay rent. Kumbe, I am eating rent. And now you start getting stressed. So it feels so nice when you are living in your own home. And if you think that is anything, within 2 years, 11 months, we were able to hit that level of president team members. And I don't want to really disclose much, but I must say this, that what Pascal has shown you, that as president team member, you can earn more than 500,000 Kenya shillings. True to it, ours was way beyond that 500,000. And it is simple. Start small. but then keep building it. You don't have to be great for you to start, but you need to start for you to be great. Now, that was 2 years, 11 months, but I'm still teaching the university. You know, I love teaching. You can see, given space and time, I can teach. Now, in 5 years' time of being in this business, ladies and gentlemen, what the university was paying me in 1 full year, I was earning from my business in only 1 single month. What did I do? I remember that time because the company gives you a lot of lifestyle. We were flying from a lifestyle event, fully paid by the company. We were flying from Oliver Tambo International Airport in South Africa, 8 p.m., 38 feet above the sea level. And at that time, Pierre, my wife, asked me, Josphat, will you still go back to the lecture halls, to the university to teach? I asked her to do what in the university? And she wrote my resignation letter. She's the one who drafted my resignation letter. And landing here, I typed it and I forwarded it to the university. That was 2015. And I gladly fired my boss. You don't know the feeling of walking from that dean's office, having fired him. You feel like, wow, this is life. This is life. No one to, intimidate you because you have not forwarded marks. No one is asking you why some students are passing so well. And it's because you are a good teacher, you know? So I resigned. Now we started, both of us, enjoying both financial freedom and time freedom. I became a present father. Initially, I was never in the house in the name of looking for money. I remember sometimes my wife would do an introduction to my children, and she would ask them, do you usually hear some bass in the house? And the children would be, oh, that is our uncle. No, that's your dad. You know, you are never in the house, so they take you as a stranger. But today it is awesome. We see our children day in, day out. We take them to school, we have them back, do homework together, and parents in the house, you can only say hallelujah when that is happening to your life. So from that time, we've not been under any other boss. We call them builder of systematic stress. We've been our own bosses. Now, what will you not be able to achieve if you have raised your income to the level I have just mentioned? I don't want to tell you how much my highest bonus has been, but it has hit 7-figure at one point. And the beauty is, what the company promises you, they deliver. So we've been able to achieve virtually everything that we wanted when we were starting the business. Now, instead of just driving a car, currently I am driving a machine. You know, the letter shape of a Land Cruiser, this thing is too high that when you are driving in the super highway, you know, you are looking at all the other drivers at an angle of depression, you know, and wondering, how does it feel down there? Now, with all humility, that is the life that we want. But then the question is, by doing what you are doing, however long you do it, will you achieve that life that you badly want? For me, I am 100% sure, even if I taught up to the age of 75 years, because the contract when I was being employed in the university was to teach up to that age. You know, even if you are not able to see the students, as long as you are there and the students are there, you continue teaching. Who cares? You have to be sucked of all your knowledge into the human beings. So we've been able to achieve these things. My parents are driving themselves, both sides. We've built them world-class homes, both sides. And now we are living in our second home, where I am right now, my second home. The first one became a source of income, rent. Oh, what an opportunity. But I will not close this meeting before I say that I have been so much excited by the traveling. You know, we were told we will travel around the world. And out there in our job setup, who gives you an opportunity to traverse the world for free? But it all started when I was 7 months in this business and we were taken to Cape Town. That was such an amazing lifestyle. From Cape Town, went to Zambia. From Zambia to Dubai. From Dubai to Abu Dhabi, to Mauritius, you know, to Mexico, Los Cabos. Name them, Aubai, the island in Indian Ocean. And we've been traveling and traveling. In that VVIP formula, you know, they bring a car to my house, and then they ferry you to the airport. And then on the other end, the other airport, the destination, someone is waiting for you with a placard written, "Welcome, Josphat and Pieros." And you are like, oh my, when did we get here? By the way, when did we get here? You can move from where you are, my dear friends, to where you have always desired being. And you know, the beauty is we are still in the front end of the year. You are not too late. You can still start where you are, and you change your life 360 degrees. I look back to when I started, and there are some colleagues we were with. They were shown this opportunity, but they were too busy becoming poor that they couldn't start the business. And you know the sad thing, dear friends, and you must make sure that this doesn't happen to you. They are where they were 12 years ago. And here I am today, living that luxurious life. Now, my dream today is to help other people to be where I am. You see, the opportunity uplifts you to a point where you never think about money. They say if you don't do something that will help you to earn, even when you are sleeping, then you will work until you die. You die working. And when you are being buried, they will write somewhere something there. He died working, as if it was a donkey. He died working. Ladies and gentlemen, we were not born, we were not brought to this earth just to work and pay bills. Work and pay bills. No, a time comes when you decide enough is enough, and that time is now, and you change your life unapologetically. And as I wind up, I want to say this. When you start changing your life, don't look back. Don't listen to naysayers. As Les Brown says, listen to only quality people, people who are where you want to be. And don't focus on your fears. You know, my greatest fear was, now I've never sold anything. How will I be able to build this business? I remember my first time to sell anything in this company, I sold in the night. A product I didn't know whether it was a solid or liquid. Amiton, those who know it. I just put something in the night where I was staying. I printed something and I, fixed it on some shop. And as people are going to work, someone saw it and called me and asked me, Josphat, do you have this product for weight management called Amiton? If you were Josphat, you are only 1 day old, what would you say? I said, yes, we have it. Then I had to discover later what it is. Now, that was my greatest weakness. I had not sold anything. But glory be to God that, as Pascal has shown you, we have such a system that you don't have to understand much for you to get started. But as you move on, we'll help you, we'll walk with you. But if you focus on fears, you will never start. Moving forward, I want to encourage our distributors. Let us not look back. I want to encourage our guests. By not joining us, you change nothing. But by joining us, my story will not even be anything compared with the story that you are about to build. Today, we are so excited that we are living. We stopped surviving. May God bless you so much as you join us. But today, make a choice that will elevate your life to your desired level. Otherwise, without starting anything, nothing will change. And year in, year out, you'll be complaining and calling for help from the government, Serikali sa India, and nothing will ever change. You are the one to change your life. I changed mine, an illustration that yours too can change. And it's not a get-rich-quick thing. But I can guarantee you in 2 to 5 years, you'll look back and you'll congratulate yourself. Man, well done, well done. So guys, I want to welcome you in a very big way. We love you. Thank you so much for listening to my short story. And given another chance, I'll be right back here to share more. Thank you so much, Paul. Thank you, Pascal. God bless you.
Wow, thank you so much, Josphat. That was amazing. From the expression on your face, and I mean, it speaks it all, that it has been an exciting journey for you and PROs, and we wish you all the best. Guests who were on the call today, I don't think I can add anything in that story, otherwise I'll just spoil it. What I can just tell you is that the time is now, not tomorrow, not the day after tomorrow. Make that decision today, be part of the Neolife family, and I can assure you, the story that Josphat is sharing today, because personally I've been able to be, almost in every step of their life, them building the first home, the second home, buying all the cars he's talking about, and I've been able to see tremendous change in their lives. That will be your story in the next 2 to 5 years. He has just given you that promise. As long as when you join in, you'll be able to accept to be mentored, for somebody to be able to work with you, just like somebody has been able to work with them. Their story is just an amazing and true reflection of what the company of Neolife can be able to do to you. So thank you so much, Josphat, and thank you so much, our listeners. I just want to take us to Pascal so that he can be able to close our meeting tonight. Pascal, if you can hear me.
Yes, Paul, I can hear you. I can feel the heat right from here. In fact, I was looking at Josphat's hair and I was thinking, the amount of heat he has generated, I don't think his hair would survive. No wonder he doesn't have any hair. Josphat, thank you so much for your testimony. It's really inspiring for both for old and new distributors, I guess, who are here today. I think when you hear such a story, I'm not sure whether you should be able to think twice just to get ahead. One of the things that our business has done is taken advantage of technology. Because in this business, you can actually build your business from home without... Today I was inviting a guest of mine who wanted to know how to build this business. And he asked me, can you build this business remotely? Yes, it is, as you can. If you have access to the internet, you can build your business anywhere in the world. If you want to order products, you can order them online. If you want to register your group of distributors, registration is down online. You can also, when you register as a distributor or promoter, the company creates for you what is called a back office, which is a personalized website that you have all the information you need to run and manage your business. Training is done locally and internationally online. Delivery of products. Every market our company is doing business, the company has contracted courier companies to deliver products to our customers. Payment is done online or by mobile transfer. Payment of bonuses and commissions is done by EFT or mobile transfer. Just what I was talking about traveling. Betty and I had the privilege of attending a Ruby orientation school at the Santon Sun Hotel in 2019, where the company treats you like royalty. 4 days, top class training, entertainment. You go for top class, you meet top distributors from around the African continent. 2017, Abu Dhabi, our top leaders went to Abu Dhabi to visit the place paid for by the company. Those are some of the distributors or leaders who attended the leadership school at Santon Sun Hotel in 2019. People from Tanzania, people from Nigeria, Botswana, Swaziland, Namibia. People from different regions of the African continent met to share experiences on how the business is built. If you're a guest, how do you get started? Speak to the person who invited you, called your sponsor. Your sponsor is simply somebody who invites you and guides you to become successful. Pay your registration amount, fill in your application form. In South Africa, it's between 720 and 2,800 Rand. In Kenya is 7,620 or 9,280 shillings. In Nigeria is 20,600 Naira or 26,500 Naira. In Tanzania is 145,400 or 178,400 Tanzania shillings. In Uganda is 211,000 or 251,000 Uganda shillings. In the USA is $75 US. In Sweden is 1,025 Swedish krona. In Italy is 64 euros. And in Ghana is 280 or up to 447 Ghanaian cedis, depending on the package that you want. So if you're a guest, what is next? Remember that success begins with a decision. You have to make a decision. I think I really agree with what Josphat said. If you don't join, your life is not likely to change. If you do join, your life will change dramatically. That I can guarantee and promise. But there are a number of things that are important for that to happen. Number one, you need to know your dream. What do you want out of life? Why do you want to start this business? What are the dreams you've always had, but you've not been able to achieve those dreams because of finance? Number two, find out what you need to do or the skills you need to acquire to become successful. You need to be teachable. Number three, sheer hard work, discipline, guts, persistence, patience. You need these qualities to be able to succeed in this business. Number four, you need faith in yourself, faith in your sponsor, and faith in the company, Neolife. If you have these things going for you, nothing will stop you from becoming successful. Your next step, pick up the phone, call the person who invited you, tell them, I'm ready to start. Let them guide you and show you the path to become successful. So ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank all of you very much for attending this presentation with us. I don't wish you luck, I wish you the best, because this business, you don't build it with luck. You build it with focus, commitment, discipline, and having a vision for the future. So I'd like to hand over back to Paul to close our meeting. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, and God bless.
Thank you, Pascal, and for sharing with us and giving us the closing remarks on this meeting today. Just as Pascal has said, we have come to the end of the meeting, and we just want to thank each and every one of you being a guest or a distributor on the call today for gracing this meeting. It was one great meeting, and I believe that you have been able to pick one or two things that can be able to help you to be able to either join or to take your business to the next level. So you're most welcome. And we just want to say thank you so much from every corner that you are. And if you're a guest, just like Josphat and Pascal have said, speak to the person who invited you here. There's a form that you're gonna fill, and then you get started right away, and the rest will just be a story. So thank you so much for joining us. Have a wonderful evening, and God bless you. Bye-bye. Thank you, Pascal. Good night.
Thanks, Paul. Good night.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Thank you, Josphat. Good night. Bye-bye.